Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take on every creature apart from dragon, as I've already done a dragon video. They're in a different class, so I'm going to keep dragons separate, but I'm going to start from what I consider to be the weakest to about the strongest underneath dragon. So we have low end mob, and that will be like squirrels, rabbits, deer. So I'll start with what I consider to be the lowest is a squirrel, as in the weakest. I won't heal. However, see, I killed it with one hit. So, however, there's a level 3. Here we go. We've got 67, 74 coming up. So I won't heal. Let's see what happens here. And this is a swarm. So, as you can see, if you've fought squirrels before, they can pull in lots. So I haven't healed at all. I haven't even taken any damage, like, at all. And I don't even have, like, high level agility at all. My agility is 9 plus 10, total 19. Like, I've heard of people having like 60 plus agility, so this is like, squirrel is not very hard to kill. And they drop like nuts. I haven't used nuts before, so I don't really know what, like, and leather, there you go, and a small bone. So like, small amount of leather drops. I personally don't aim to kill squirrels on every circle. So I'll go up against a level 73 rabbit next, and I won't heal. Okay, so I killed that rabbit without taking any damage. I don't think that was the best example of a rabbit, so I'll try take another one on. I just feel like I usually do take, even if it is a little bit of damage. See, I took a little bit of damage there, like 40 or something. I'll go take on another one just to get a third reference for a rabbit. If I can find one. Let's try this flag. Okay, level 76. And level 72. Maybe I'll try fight 2 at once. Start that one up. Start this one up and then... Okay, so that one's fighting. And that one just died. So either I've gotten really strong and rabbits have gotten really weak, or my level's just so high now that they just don't affect me like they used to. Okay. So yeah, you can see I attacked all those squirrels, didn't take any damage, attacked some number of rabbits, took some small amount of damage. I did used to get beaten up quite a bit by rabbits. However, not anymore, it seems. Okay, a deer. I'd say deer is next after rabbit. A little bit of damage there. And quite a substantial meat and leather drop. Now, after a deer, I'd be inclined to say a bear. However, depending on your class in that, it can vary. A boar can be stronger than a bear, I find. You wouldn't think so because of the size, but it just seems to be how it is in game. See, I took a bit of damage there. Okay, and then after a bear, I'd say wolf. Solo, a wolf can be quite easy, or like not necessarily easy, can give you a bit of damage. See, that's a solo with a wolf, and I took about a little bit less damage than the boar gave to me. So maybe you could say solo a wolf after deer, or about the same as a boar and a bear. So they're kind of, I need a heal. See, a pack of wolves, just honestly. It can get sketchy. Like, if I was lagging, I believe I have actually died from a pack attack of wolves. Now, wolf pouch can be used for, I believe it's silver boots and silver gauntlet, which is the wrist ones for the gloves and that. Yeah. I have been finding a bit of lag when it comes to wolf packs with the display in that. So what I'll go on to next is, I'd say a zombie dude. Probably, yeah. I'd say next either like a goblin or a zombie. I'm gonna go goblin. So look, I'm fully healed. Here we go. We got a pack attack. So they dropped these old weapons. It used to be a rusty weapon until that was changed. So it used to be rusty weapon, and old weapon. Now it's all just old weapon. Same thing, I've got a glitch. So what I'm going to do is refresh. The goblin's still there. So maybe I need to refresh more than once. Is it going to allow me to pick up the iron ore? Yep. Okay, I'll accept that. And I'll leave that there. So yeah, goblin. I'd say it's a hard one because then you got like different. So I'd say it would go in categories. So if you got like squirrel is like way down there. And then you got like rabbit and deer kind of in a similar category. And then you got like boar, wolf, bear in another similar category. And then you got like things like goblins, trolls, zombies in another category. But then you go up and you got things like a skeleton. Now you'd think skeleton, zombie, but nah, man. Skeletons hit pretty hard, eh? I'm not going to heal and watch my health drop. And you've seen how I did against some of those other creatures. So like, I feel like I'm getting close to having a heal. So yeah, skeletons put out a bit of damage. I'll heal back up for this spider. Spiders have a poison effect that's actually does eat away at your health. So just be aware, just because the spider's dead, just be aware that your character will keep dropping if you are poisoned. So I'm poisoned still, losing 15, 15, 15. That adds up to hundreds, potentially. So just be aware of that. So yeah, spiders, vampire. So I'd say an orc would be before vampire. And I'd say an orc is stronger than a goblin or a troll or a zombie, quite similar to that of a skeleton. I'm not healing. He's taking me down somewhat. Like a troll can put out a good amount of damage, but it's got nothing on an orc. And then, yeah, you get some good drops from orcs as well. Trolls drop stone. Whereas you've seen that orc, seen that it was dropping iron ore. They do drop other things as well. Armor scrap being one of the more sought after items. And it is a rather rare drop from an orc. Somewhere around like 1 in 10 or 1 in 15. So like that being like if you killed 10 orcs and you got an armor scrap. So this is a vampire. I've already healed once. I'm not going to be playing around with this vampire. Like, as you can see, it's taken me a while to get him down. Even though, like, my strength isn't all that high on my character. And you see I'm struggling to hit that heal button because of the size of the button. Okay, so that's a vampire. That's getting up there. A vampire's getting up there. Now you got things like above a vampire, got things like this is a demon, and they have angel as well. I'm gonna say an angel slightly harder than a demon. I'll take this demon on without healing to start, just so you can get a gauge. She's taking me down a lot faster. I'm already in the red. I'll pop a heal. I'll pop another heal. See if I can get him down a bit. Now, my character is mainly stacked defense. Primarily defense. And that's even weapon choice and that. So yeah, I mean, I got him down pretty good. However, you seen I was doing like really well against things like squirrels, deers. So just kind of gives you an idea if they're hurting me that much. And like if a rabbit's getting you down, dude, then you can imagine what a demon or that might do. Let's see if I can try and find like an angel or that. Now, when I thought angel, I thought like white-winged, but in-game they're more like dark angel. So just be aware what you think might be. It's not necessarily. I'm going to go ahead and pause and try and find an angel for us to take out. Well, it's not an angel, but it is a troll. So we'll take this troll out and I'll keep looking for an angel after. So I'm not going to heal. Same thing again. Not going to heal. I did say a troll's easier than an orc. And that it drops stone. So my health's going down. They do hit quite hard, but it seems to be like quite a distance between their hits. So if you are a ranged player, I could imagine a troll would be quite easy to take out. Okay, before we take on Angel, here's a golem. Now, I'd say a golem's harder, a lot harder than an orc. They hit really hard. Slow, similar to a troll, but nowhere near as slow as a troll. Okay, I really need to heal. See, if I went toe-to-toe and didn't heal against a golem, I would die. And I reckon that's the same for like anything above a skeleton, pretty much. So like vampire, demon, angel, golem, dragon, I wouldn't be able to take toe-to-toe without healing. Alright, I'm going to pause, try to find this angel. Okay, finally found one after about around 20 flags. So this is an angel, as you can see. It does look quite dark. Okay, I'll fully heal. And let's go. See what it does. Divine Wrath. So I seem to be taking it down, actually. Hasn't brought me to halfway yet. Yep, it's pulling in a zombie. I'm going to get a heal up. I get another heal up. I seem to be really struggling with this heal button sometimes. So I'm going to move it over to there. Alright, that's better. Seems to only really bother me all that much when there's things behind it. And I seem to be attacking that zombie. Yep. Okay, so you can imagine if it had pulled in some more creatures, that would have really given me a hard time. And it dropped Holy Crystal, Angel Feather, and some Essence. I believe I've gotten legendary items also. I have a look in my inventory. As you can see, there's the Angel Feather, 21. Angelic Dark Essence is something else. That's a Demon Essence. Demon Horn. Some Dragon Drops. Here we go. The Holy Crystal. Then the Soul Crystal is from the Demon. And down here, what is that? Vampire Cloak. A Blessed Weapon. Divine. See? Divine. Too holy to handle. I believe that was a drop. Like an epic drop. There you go. Epic drop from an angel. So a Blessed Weapon. That looks pretty cool. I'm not sure what that's going to be for, but pretty cool to see what that'll be for. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to do a dragon to finish this video. However, I did find one on my way looking for that angel, so I may as well take it out. Where are we? 635. Here we go. Now, as I showed on my other video, take out the other things. The other mob on the map. Another 78, level 78 dragon. So that seems to be kind of, 7 levels higher than I am. And these are my flags. There are no other flags to my knowledge of other players around me. Now, what I'll do, I'll leave the zombies there to see if they get pulled in. As on my dragon video, the spiders did not pull in. I'm not going to play around with wolves. I'm not going to give them the chance to pull in because a pack of wolves has the potential to take me down. So I'm not even going to play with these wolves like that along the side with a dragon. Like, I don't even play with these wolves, eh? Wolves are crazy. Like, I actually feel like they have a strong chance of taking me down if I'm not on my game. Okay, look at all that. So yeah, I got some leather in that. That's 8 leather. Not a substantial amount from that lot. Another 3 over there. So what's that? 11 leather from about 5 or 6 wolves. And given the fact that I almost died, not really worth it, eh? I possibly would have been wiser to have dropped. Hold up, that's not right. I need to auto stack. So the auto stack feature, and I just seen that all my gold wasn't together. So I'm going to drop all my gold on the ground. There. Now let's see if these zombies pull in. or if the dragon pulls in any other creatures from around. Okay, I see one zombie that's moving in, but it is from a further away zombie. And I didn't heal straight away. My health was dropping into the red. Okay, I need to start healing. Now, when I was warrior, I used to smash this button to keep my heal up, and it was like I couldn't hit it fast enough. But now that I'm paladin, it doesn't seem to be nearly as hard. My goodness, though, I almost died there. I think I did die. Am I dead? Cannot perform action while dead. Well, would you look at that? So I have a feeling I'll log off and see if I died. Bingo, I did die. I'm going to use a revive stone. Now this will put me back to where I was. And I'll see if I still got the gold from that dragon kill. Because sometimes I do when I die, and sometimes I don't. And I have a feeling I didn't get the gold from that kill. However, is the dragon dead? I see the drops. See, I got a legendary weapon and a legendary armor. That's a massive drop from that dragon. So that drop, I feel, is highly valuable. However, it was not worth allowing those zombies to be pulled in. And see, yeah, infects with disease stacked with the burning. That may have just been enough to tip me over the edge. So yeah, just bear in mind, it's good to know that it doesn't pull in spiders, but it did pull in a zombie, and a zombie has a stack effect. So that, coupled with the burning effect from the dragon, was not wise of me to allow to happen. However, I did learn from it. So yeah, there you go, guys. Dragons, a lot harder than angels, demons, all of that way down to squirrels. Pretty cool to run that experiment, just to show. As lower level players, if any of you guys watching lower level players, you will likely to have experienced a rabbit beating you up. So just gives you an idea of what getting up higher, up past level 60, and actually working on your stats. There are stat reset scrolls in Marketplace. So they have there the scroll of stat reset, 150 echoes. So if you're getting getting your echoes, if any of you guys are getting echoes, like for me, it's about $8 New Zealand to get 500 echoes. So like I got 100 echoes at the moment. I can't get a scroll or stat reset for that. However, I could get something else. But yeah, spending your echoes wisely. If you are going to be spending echoes. I personally did a scroll of class reset from warrior to paladin, and my game value has increased massively from doing that change from warrior. So if any of you guys are warrior and are wanting to change, I would highly recommend that change. And the stat reset, I believe, has to be done as well. The class reset won't change your stats. So if you want to rechange your stats, like certain gear requires a certain level. Like I believe it's the Holy Shield requires 15 intelligence, so that's why my intelligence is at 15. I think the class requires 30 strength, or it may be a weapon, something like that. So I just did my 30 strength, 15 intelligence. I'm not sure why my agility is at 9. And then I just poured the rest into defense. And every level that I've gotten since, I've been pouring into defense just to get that up, to see if I can hit that level 85 defense. That's what I'm after. And it does seem to be fluctuating. Like I was at 76, so I'm not sure why that's dropped. Whether it has anything to do with the level on my gear. I can't imagine why it would, but it does seem to go up and down. So I may have to keep an eye on that. 75% max for crit. Oh guys, easy.